here because you're beginning to stand up and speak out. And the mentally ill, before we go to the mentally ill and the addicted, mom and dad know their son and daughter may never make it. But they know that if there's somebody there to put their arms around them, to hug them, to hold them, to make them feel special, that's what mom and dad's asking for. Help my daughter. Help my son. That's what they want. The mentally ill, not much different. In some ways, mental illness is tougher than physical illness. But we also know that we've come a long way in the treatment of mental illness. About 2 weeks ago, Ron Onstutz, the chairman of the Finance Committee, who I saw, I think is here, he brought a group in from up in his area. And there were 2 individuals that came in to see me. One is a 60-year-old woman. She said, I wake up every morning with the thought of suicide. And she says, today I said, not today. 7 or 8 years ago, out of her 60 years on this planet, they finally diagnosed her with bipolar disease. It only took 52 years. That's not right. So how is she now? She says she's stable. She's healthier. She's happier. She now goes to this little oasis located up in the northern part of the state. She has somewhere to go. Young man, 27, 28 years old, was there with her. Schizoid disease, maybe bipolar, got treatment. He's got somewhere to go. He had nowhere else to go. In our administration, Tracy Clout, who's here, John Martin represents the disabled. I always say to them, don't short yourself. If we got to take it somewhere else, don't short yourself. But here's what I do know. I remember in the old days, Gail, you remember this, we said we were going to take people out of our institutions because it was the main thing to do, and we would put them in the community where the community would take care of them. Okay? It hasn't happened. The dollars are not there. By the way, if the dollars get there, no room for ego or turf. Delivering to the client. Because the minute it becomes turf or ego or whatever is the minute we lose support. But the fact of the matter is, we have not provided the resources that we needed at the community level when we released them from those institutions. So now we have a chance. Look, some of the folks who oppose this are worried about the debt of the national government. Everyone here worries about it. But I don't want our dollars to be spent somewhere else because, you know, I worked in Washington long enough to know they don't ever save anything. And secondly, their inability to solve a problem that ultimately will be solved in a responsible way should not prevent Ohio from reclaiming our dollars.